What we see here is I just came into zone, and sure enough, Vash is just talking to himself about macros, of course. So last night he said that he runs a VFW in Seattle. So I post links to the VFW pages where you can see that there is no David, as he says his name is David. There's no David that runs any of these posts. So I ask him about it. Then he's going on, still talking about keys. I ask him about his MOS. He's talking about his pain because he needs to get pity. Care to defend your claims about being a veteran. And he's chemo and cobalt treatments. He knows about determination because he's a real life veteran, right? I post his. This is the chat log that I have. It's rather large. I run a VFW here in Seattle. So I want to know which one should I call to find out if they've heard of a David with 7 fingers who's evidently now beaten cancer. This is a new claim, by the way. This one he hadn't brought this one up yet, but now this is, as of today, he's now beaten cancer twice. He made over 6 figures, and then it became 800,000, and now, as of yesterday, it's now $1 million he made last year, all while being disabled and not working. So he's getting disability checks. He got a payment. Payouts. I'm not sure, but. He invited 34 of his veteran friends to join Stowe, and evidently all 34 of them were made fun of so hard that they had to leave and that they never wanted to play the game ever again. I'm sure that at least one person in Seattle's heard of something, because this is pretty specific. I mean, this guy's been through a lot, right? He says that he was in the Navy. He should know what his MOS is. He's paid his dues. If he can't back up anything, I'm saying this is stolen valor. And stolen valor is not something to joke about. It was, he went to Virginia Tech. Okay, so he went to Virginia Tech. Both of his businesses are doing great. So now he's got businesses. Wow. Okay. There it is. There it is. Find 2 industries and bridge them. Like neurosis and pathological liar. Let's see. Maybe he'll answer. it blows my mind the level of abject lying, the pathological disdain for the truth. This continued ego. By the way, go ahead and smoke. He's part of the 420 Terran. He's been kicked out of all these fleets, so he finally made his own, and he gloats about how he's able to fund the entire fleet by himself. And yet, if he runs a VFW, do you think that these military personnel will appreciate having this, this pothead running their post? I mean, I don't blame military personnel if they come back, they have PTSD or they have ailments and pain, and they, are in a medical marijuana state and they, seek treatment. But is this, the type of person that they want, representing them? He's gonna buy out his competition. Let's see. You are a military fraud, sir. It's simple. He can't back up any of his claims. I believe that he can't spell and that he has really bad grammar. I believe that he types too fast and doesn't try to... never heard of the delete button. But barring an actual posted video of him playing, I refuse to believe that he is disabled, that he has a wife, that he has 2 businesses, that he made however much money he claims, that he has spent $15,000 on the game. Maybe he has spent a lot of money on the game. I think that my figure is probably close to $5,000 in about 5 years, honestly, because it was about $4,000 about a year ago when I did we have Demeter. I see he's changed his ship name. I see Demeter has changed his ship name. Demeter is the one who likes to be anti-Semitic in zone chat and won't fight me. Aw. He was the Karat legend. This is Saturn 44 / Tofik 1. He likes to talk shit in zone and not back any of it up. And he likes to run around cloaked and lurk, which is essentially what I'm doing right now. So, but he can't kill anyone. I've got lots of video of that, of him not killing anyone and running around. But let's see. Oh, Vash. Vash likes to talk about the number of Qs that pop. Let's see. Yeah, he's saying that he killed me in Qs. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. I've been in 76 Qs teams. Like he's talking about for the day, and he hadn't lost a single one. First of all, I don't think that the PvP's fuse pop 76 times in a week, let alone in a day. He constantly just likes to report people for what he's constantly reporting people for every little thing. It's amazing. These are all very valid questions. Um, let's see. Let's see. What else has he claimed? Um, I'm assuming that he wasn't disabled before joining the Navy. This is perhaps the most important question. I think that's the biggest thing. I don't take that lightly. I'm willing to take most people at face value with what they have to say in the game, as to who they are. I understand people gloat or you know, but now the lying has gotten completely out of hand, and it's getting to the point where it's no longer funny, and it shouldn't be tolerated. We could all just ignore him, and nobody talk to him, and he could just yell at himself. But that doesn't help him. That feeds into his delusion. I have logs where he accuses everyone in the zone of having reported him at that moment, where he's talking about you guys just now reported me. He knows that there's a conspiracy against him. I don't understand it. That's how much money he spent in the game in a year. It gets pretty bad. He constantly claiming to be victimized. He needs pity. He quotes the exact number of friends that he has. I love this. I started reposting what he'd write, but I'd fix the grammar and make it, you know, readable. Just put it in quotes so that people could understand what he was saying. Yeah, let's see. See, found him, Karat Legend, and you can see that he just changed his ship name. Not the Bop, it was your other character. Let's see, where was it? Yeah. I love that. Uh-oh, really? I continue to ask him to 1v1. He won't do it. He won't do it. Because that was the whole crux of the video that I posted. The other one. Did one of your mothers ever tell you that you're one big pain in the ass? He's Russian, so I'm assuming that he thinks that this lesbian remark will actually, you know, hurt me. I don't know what he means by this. I don't know what he's talking, you know. Pink lights. He resorts to just homophobic attacks because that's all he's got. He just, again, homophobic attacks. Nobody believes that he's a legend, you know. Again, I love this, the plea. Please don't tell anyone. He's my secret alt. I don't do this to record my shining moments. I like to see epic ramming speeds that I pull off. That's fun. But I like to name and shame, and I am naming and shaming both of y'all. I've just got tons of this. Just all this Karat nonsense. Yeah, so here I'm okay. Yeah, here it is. All 34 disabled members trolled out of the game by players like you guys. This is what he's met with, you know. Whenever he dies, the caps locks come out, and everyone teams up against him. Aww, but he's got so many of them. I swear, I'm pretty sure that he's got this on a keybind, which is ironic, but because it's almost word for word exactly what he says every single time. Every single time. So there it is. He's talking about how popular he is. 267 likes on my blog about Stowe and people bashing the disabled. Okay. Star Trek Online Disabled blog. None of these are him. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. People bashing the disabled. Let's try that. Nope. Let's do search tools in the past month. Nope. But it's gotten views. It's gotten 267 likes. Where is it? Where is it? His friend Mark has one arm, and Stowe people made fun of him. I can't imagine. Why would anyone? Dude, if you can play this game with one arm, more props to you. But the only way that you're going to be able to play this game with one arm is if you used keybinds, which would make you a macro keybind bitch in his eyes. So like, I don't understand what. I'm just, copying and reposting exactly what he says, but properly typed out. It's amazing. Near my blogs, want or need your approval. I just don't get it. Just like leaving this up so that you guys can read it. We have vids of half the players making fun of the disabled military. So where's the videos? Where? Post them. Please. Post them. I want to see this blog. But I am garbage. I just want to see proof. There it is. I made over 1 million last year. So it's over 1 million. And let's see. 946K. There we go. Lies. Lies, lies, lies. Seven-finger wonder here. Macro dependency. I am a good player, LOL. You're a liar. See, real fast. That's what it looks like when you misspell a word and you go back and you change it so that it comes out and it's spelled correctly. It doesn't take that long. What else has he? See, I'm gonna keep saying the army because I want to see if he corrects me, or if he like honestly does forget. You know. Want a team? I don't want friends. Well, um, let's see, because he lost an arm. I'm messing up the details to see if he corrects me. I don't know why, because he's missing an arm, right? Right. Oh, these guys just make me sick. I shouldn't let it bug me. I shouldn't let it bug me, but it does. Um, I just don't like people lying. They think that the anonymity that is provided to them by the internet in this game, that they're able to create these personas and they live within these personas. And look, I love escaping reality as much as the next guy. Do not get me wrong. I love escaping reality. That's just stow, you know? Come on. But I am not so divorced from reality that I say shit like this. This is this is where it gets dangerous and frankly wrong. It's it needs to be stopped. It needs to be addressed. I don't know what other recourses there are other than naming and shaming, but if you agree with me that Vash is a problem, if you agree that you don't like to see zone chat filled with this kind of crap, like the video. Don't subscribe. I don't care if you subscribe. I don't worry about it. Like the video. Just as a, or comment. I don't care. Don't like the video. Just comment. So that we can have like somewhat of a metric for how bad Vash / Knives / at Go Ahead and Smoke / Mr. I have 9 routers, 8 different accounts. I don't know why he brought up the fact that he has like 9 routers. That was really bizarre. But he has 8 different accounts with like 32 or 34 different alts, and of course he says that I am a one-trick pony, that I only have one build, my Jemadar Dreadnought build. But of course he only I have my Fed and my KDF who come in on their 2 ships that I really like to play. And what does he do? He comes in on his Fed and his KDF, and they play only on 2 different ships, that the only 2 that they ever play. So I don't really get that, but that's neither here nor there. Just comment. Let us know what you think about Vash. Let us know what you think about Stolen Valor. Let us think. I want to see an end to this. I want to see an end to the lying. It's just too much. Thank you.